All right, you guys, I am super excited about our team call today. We have Brittney Hunting here who is going to talk to us about being true to you. And we've been talking this month about branding yourself and about, being, your brand and finding out who you are. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about, we've talked about presenting yourself on social media, and she's going to talk about more about the behind the scenes. So I am just going to turn the time over to her. Grab your notebooks, grab your pens. You're going to want to take notes.
Okay, I hope you can hear me. I actually feel completely inadequate to be talking about this today because of circumstances. I have checked out completely with my business. I planned on doing some screen shares and showing you my groups, but there isn't much to show at this point. But like Michaela said, we have been talking about branding yourself, being you on social media, defining who you are. And the reason that that is so important is because that's what's going to attract the right people to you. The more you can define yourself and express who you are deep down, you become more genuine and the less salesy you're going to come across. So the sooner you can fine tune that, the sooner that others are going to start to see you and take notice of what you're doing. But you have to remember that things have to line up for them. The timing has to be right on their part before they can be ready to join you as a coach or even a challenger. And I think as coaches, we understand that, but sometimes it's hard because you want to see success. You want to see them reach success, but it starts with making that first choice of just starting. So the first step for us is being recognized and being able to show people the difference coaching and Shakeology and challenge groups have created in your life. And I think that that's what we've talked about so far this month. So as we do that, we create this funnel effect. You've got all these people, you've got friends, you've got family, you've got friends of friends who are seeing you and watching you and taking notice and paying attention to the content that you're posting on Facebook and Instagram and like pages and Snapchat. I mean, there's so much. And that's what we've been focusing on. So once you do all that, what do you do next? Do you just sit around and wait for them to be ready? And in all honesty, yes, I have done that. And I hate it because you continually need to do more to get yourself out there. That's why adding new friends and followers is so crucial. It's a numbers game. The more you have to work with, the more no's you're going to get, but also the more yeses you're going to get as a result of having more people to talk to. So you're posting, you're adding value, you're starting conversations. People are seeing who you are. The next step is to invite them. And if they say yes, then that's great. Plug them into your challenge groups, stay connected with them, hold them accountable, do what you promised you would do. You are their coach. If you're consistently talking about how supportive and encouraging and motivating and awesome your challenge groups are, then you better show up to it and create that atmosphere that you promised your challengers. And a lot of times I feel guilty because I'll go through phases where I'm pushing super hard to hit Success Club, and I'm saying all these great things about challenge groups and my challengers, and then I'm not following through in my current challenge group. And I'm like, oh, they're probably watching me and thinking, yeah, I'm not so sure about that. But I do have a lot of loyal challengers, and I am so grateful for those. So you say that hold up. Okay, so through your posts, they need to reflect who you are, but they also need to reflect who you are in your challenge groups. So here are my 5 tips for being true to you in a challenge group. Number 1, use Postcron, or with the new challenge tracker app, schedule those posts daily. This is huge. Have your posts go up at the same time every single day because they need consistency. They need to know that you're showing up. Some people wake up and work out at 5 a.m. And if you're not willing to get up and schedule that post for them, that's the moment that they need the motivation. So they don't hit the snooze on the alarm. If they have that notification from you, then they're going to start to look forward to it, and it's going to help them create the habit so that they don't give up. So take into consideration of time zones. If you're randomly scheduling posts, you may miss their moment, or maybe you accidentally sleep through your alarm and then you have kids to get ready for school, or you have your husband to get out the door, or maybe you have last minute homework you have to do. Before you know it, it's 10 o'clock, and maybe it's 10 o'clock for you, but it's noon on the East Coast. So your challengers are wondering what happened to you, and that's not okay. You promised in value and you failed to deliver it. Plus, you're going to sleep a whole lot better knowing you don't have to worry about it. Because I've gone through times where I'm like, okay, maybe I wanted to wake up early and make a video. I honestly do not sleep at all the night before because I'm so worried that I'm going to miss my alarm. So it just takes the stress off of you. It shows that you are consistent, that you're reliable. The second thing is create your own script. There's guides in the back office. The files tabs are great, but I like to create mine a week at a time so that I'm in tune with what my challengers need. And I switch it up. I do themes, like maybe 1 month I'll do things like Motivation Monday, Thirsty Thursday, Flex That Friday, or lately I've been coming up with 10 topics. So like, for example, I'll do my prep week. My prep week is the same every month. But then I focus, my topics are, I've got nutrition, I've got body talk, because I think it's really important for, as they're going through this phase, or not this phase, this transition, not to shame their body. And as women, that's ingrained into us, you know? And so we just need to be more positive and say affirmations about ourselves. Water, I'm talking about Beachbody on Demand. Saturday is always stat day, so we update our stats in the app. Sunday is rest day. I've picked Shakeology, motivation, and then it just repeats. So it's not the same Monday through Friday, but we're still coming back around to these topics as they are transforming, going through this stage. And I think it's really important for us to not just motivate and inspire them, but to teach. If they don't understand why Shakeology works or how to talk to themselves in a positive way, they're not going to find the same success. And that is what you promise them. So you have to be true to you and to what you promised your challengers. So don't be afraid to do your own research. I know that you've heard it so many times, put things in your own words. They can tell. For sure they can tell. Videos are great. My challengers love it when I do videos instead of a scripted text. They can feel the emotion and they can connect to me. And that just goes back to the underlying theme. You need to be you in your challenge groups, not just on Facebook. So this is where tip number 3 comes in. Don't just do the daily post and call it good. Share your workouts, share your Shakeology, share your recipes. If you're providing more value on your Facebook page or your like page, then why do they need to be in the group? So check in every single day, be present, share your journey, make sure they can see that you're going through the same things that they are. And I hope this isn't running all together, because number 4 is pretty similar. Check into your challenge groups. On my BAT, I have one of my tasks is to check into my challenge groups. And that's not just the daily, nightly check-in or logging my activity, but that's simply giving me time to comment on my challengers' posts, to answer their questions, to give a pep talk if somebody needs it. That's where being a coach and not a salesman comes in. And I had a quick story about that. I had a girl ask me, she was thinking about getting into It Works, and she was like, so do you have very good sales around here? And I was like, and I had a hard time answering that question because in that moment, I realized, I knew it, but it just struck me that I am not a salesperson. I'm a coach. And it's so much more than keeping them stocked up on wraps or on Scentsy wax or whatever. It's not about the sales. I'm committing myself to helping my clients on their journey when they choose to be my coach. So that's why being present in challenge groups is so important, because you are promising all these things through your Facebook posts. Are you following through in your challenge groups and being true to that person you said that you are? And to take that a little deeper, my 5th tip is personal messages. That shows that you genuinely do care about them, their success, what's going on in their life. It helps you get to the root of a problem so you can see what's going on behind the scenes in their life and seeing the effect that it's having on their transformation. If they're super stressed, they're holding on to that cortisol and they're not able to let go. So a lot of times being a coach is also being a mentor and helping them through the personal struggles so that they can get that transformation that they're looking for. So schedule your posts, create your own scripts, be present and share your journey in the group, be their coach, both in the group and personal messages. So I think giving attention to your challenge groups needs to be a priority. But at the beginning, I also mentioned that there's a funnel with coaching. And it's a way to weed out those that aren't interested, but also to help you find those that are ready and are committed, to give them more value and to see exactly what you're doing and maybe what they're missing. So at the top of your funnel is your social media audience. And there's so many people, there's age differences, nationalities, it's very broad. And you have to find the ones in there that are ready to make a lifestyle change. So yes, you do go about inviting. You get lots and lots of no's. But if you've been through trainings, you've learned that no really means no, not right now. So your next job is to continue to be friends, be cordial, add value, invite them to your free group. I'm not sure how you run your free groups, but when I first started, it was a pain. You're advertising for 10-day free groups, but you also have to get your Success Club points in, so you don't want to focus too much on it until you hit Success Club for the month. But if you're like me, you're a very last minuter when it comes to Success Club. So it was very overwhelming. But I've learned that all these no's that you're getting, that I'm getting, are mostly price objections. So then I asked them if they're interested in my free group. And through trial and error, I have found that these 5-day groups that are in the Files tab have worked so much better than doing a 10-day long clean eating group. So instead of creating a new free group every week or every month, I just build that group every single week. I add a few more people to it, and we do a theme. You've seen them in the Files tab. There's the eat more greens, and there's the spring cleaning, and there's walk-in waters. And so every week you just do a different focus, and that's a way to add value. You're being true to who you say you are on social media. You're bringing them in to a group where they're not ready to commit, but they're interested. They're at this point where they're interested. And then in that group, you can add extra value. So you're doing your 5-day group, but then you can also talk about Shakeology. You can share transformation stories from your challengers. If you don't have any from your challengers, you can go into the back office, and there are countless numbers of transformations. And you don't be dishonest about it. Don't say that they're your challengers, but you can just shout out these people that have gone through the transformation and have done the hard work. But this is your real target audience because you know that they're interested in health and fitness. They're almost ready. So start advertising for your, I call them my VIP challenge groups. They're your paid ones with the challenge pack. And then just share why it's worth so much more than this free group that they're in. And I have a lot of challengers that do the free group and the paid VIP group. But eventually, they're going to be ready to join as a challenger. And then you can fine-tune them and your relationship even more to help them transition into a coach. So that funnel just gets smaller and smaller. So you've got your social media audience, then you've got your free group, then you've got your challenger, your VIP group, and then you have your coaches. And that's what is going to help you, I don't want to say weed out, but help you figure out who is ready. So as you add more and more value and show your true self to them through these groups, they're going to be more attracted to what you see, or sorry, to what you do, and they're going to see all these missing pieces that you have found through Beachbody. But it also helps you build that relationship, and you can see who's ready and when they're ready, instead of just blindly inviting. And I think that is key. I think that's probably something that I have missed, because I just go through my list over and over and over and invite, but do I really know where they are at and if they're ready? So it's just about helping them transition by sharing and being you through the whole process. So I hope that helps somebody. I honestly just feel so guilty when I'm posting all this stuff on Facebook and excitement, and then I'm not following through completely 100% in my challenge groups. So I just encourage you to focus your time and your energy on those clients that you already have, because you don't want to lose them. Because not only are they your base for your income, but they're also giving you credibility. You know, as they have their transformations, you can share those. And if you're not a part of that, then you really can't. I mean, yes, the work is theirs, but you can't take credit for helping them find who they are if you're not being true to who you said that you are. So that is all. I am not sure exactly how to end the call.
That's good. Awesome. That was such a good call. Seriously, I have so many notes. I'm going to create a funnel graphic for you guys and post it in the team page, because I want you to kind of see that and have that visualization, because I'm a visual person. But I want to thank Brittney for taking time to do our call. I know she's had a crazy whirlwind of a month, but she took time out to share incredible value, and I'm just so grateful for her. So thank you for jumping on the call, and we will see you guys again next week. We have an awesome guest speaker. So have an awesome 4th of July, you guys. No.